I'm Oliver Barnett. We're here at my solo show Equilibrium in London. I'm here for 2 weeks during the show over from Cape Town. I've always been interested in abstract photographs, usually around natural subjects, water and plants. I started very much with landscapes. Then I discovered macro photography, which took me much closer into the details. I do spend a lot of time walking on the mountains and finding my subjects. And I collect things on my walks, so I'll find the seed head somewhere on the side of the path, and then I'll pick a flower and create a symposium that I then sculpt the image around. This idea of taking something from the landscape, taking it home, spending time with it, and then taking it back, collecting water that's from its location, carrying it home, freezing it, sometimes a number of times, in order to get all the different diffusion of light available in those natural settings, because you'll often see different color shards and different sort of prismatic effects coming through the ice, which are not really available either in a studio setting or just in the garden. The symmetrical feel of my images is something that really works for me. I have a strong draw to symmetry. I think we all do in many ways. It's partly how our brain works. At the moment I'm looking to develop a more multi-dimensional aspect of what I'm doing. So the light box is a good example of something that's actually kind of really coming out at you. For me, that's a really interesting way of playing with the linear sensation of a symmetrical image. It's created in a way where we print the image onto a transparency, which is then mounted onto a perspex. And then that sits at the front of an aluminium frame, which is backlit by a layer of LEDs, which gives a broad lighting system for the image. We have a video projection just to add some movement and texture to the show. The three images are both what I would call quadrants. The original frame of the photograph consisted of 1/4 of the image, so that wouldn't have been the full frame. It's taken a lot of practice to cut it in an appropriate point that then represents an image which works on its own. If we're looking at arvensis, for example, the combination of a seed head which has fulfilled its job, it's released its seed, all that's left is an empty husk, and then you have a forget-me-not flower which is just in fully bloom. So you have this combination of something which has fulfilled its job and something that has just come into being. I like conveying those kind of different stages of the life cycle. It's an interesting twist on how nature operates.